J 26. 18. Mic 3. 12. Israel's speaking of those who had ploughed upon my very back, lengthening their furrows, evidently describes the nation's sufferings under its many enemies who relentlessly and cruelly overran and mistreated them, as Israel made its back just like the earth. For those crossing over. PS 129. 1-3. ISLA 51. 23. Compare PS 66. 12. In the restoration prophecy at Amos 9. 13-15, Jehovah's blessing is shown to make the soil so productive that the harvest is still going on when the time comes to plow for the next season. Compare LA 26. 5. Even as Jesus had said that his disciples should accept food, drink, and lodging from those they served, since the worker is worthy of his wages, so the Apostle Paul upheld the right of those laboring in Christian ministry to receive material support from others, just as the man who plows does so with the legitimate hope of being a partaker of the harvest to which his labor contributed. Yet Paul personally and o textoi acute miritra longo, pokereth hazabame 650 bob, or plummet. Carpenters, masons, and other craftsmen of ancient times used the plummet. In connection with the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem, Zerubbabel is represented as having in hand a plummet, literally, the stone or weight, the tin, according to the Masoretic text. Zech 4. 9, 10 as foretold, not only was the temple's foundation laid by Zerubbabel, but under his supervision the work was carried to completion. S 3. 8-10. 6. 14, 15. In vision, Amos beheld Jehovah stationed on a wall made with a plummet, and thus one that was originally straight, perpendicular. Jehovah was seen holding a plummet, and the prophet was told that God was setting a plummet in the midst of his people. As Israel did not meet the test of straightness in a spiritual way, not acting in accord with God's requirements, Jehovah would mete out justice and no more do any further excusing of it. Israel's high places would be laid desolate, her sanctuaries would be devastated, and God would rise up against the house of Jeroboam with a sword. Am 7. 7-9. True to these words, Israel was devastated and Samaria destroyed by the Assyrians in 740 BCE. Pokereth Hazabam Poche Middle.Rethas Middle.Zedi Middle.Baim. Head of a family whose descendants were among the sons of the servants of Solomon returning from the exile under the leadership of Zerubbabel. As 2. 1, 2, 55, 57. NE 7. 59. Poison. Sea venom. Poisonous plant. While some have suggested equating the Hebrew word rosh or roush with hemlock, colocynth, or the poppy, no certain identification of the plant is possible. The Hebrew term at times refers to one bitter and poisonous plant. La 3. 5, 19, 2 poison or venom to 32. 33. Job 20. 16, and 3 when used in connection with water, poisonous water jarate. 14. 9. 15. 23. 15. It appears in an illustrative sense with reference to a perversion of justice. Ho 10. 4. Am 6. 12 and to those who apostatize. De 29. 18. Compare 23. Hope 12. 15. Concerning the Messiah, it was foretold that he would be given a poisonous plant for food. PS 69. 21. This occurred when Jesus Christ, before his impalement, was offered wine mixed with gall but, upon tasting it, refused the stupefying drink that was probably intended to alleviate his sufferings. In recording the fulfillment of this prophecy, Matthew 27. 34 employed a Greek word komidal.legall, the same term found in the Greek Septuagint at Psalm 69. 21. However, Mark's Gospel account mentions myrmista 15. 23, and this has given rise to the view that in this case the poisonous plant or gall was myrrh. Another possibility is that the drugged drink contained both gall and myrrh. Polygamy. See marriage. Pomegranate heb. Prim middle.mon. A fruit that, when ripe, is of a maroon color, shaped like an apple, with a rosette or crown extending around the bottom. Within the hard rind it is crowded with small capsules full of juice, each containing a small pink or red seed. The pomegranate tree Punica granatum, also denoted by the Hebrew word rim. Grows throughout the Middle East. It seldom passes 4.5 meters, 15 feet in height. The spreading branches are numerous and have dark green leaves that are shaped like the head of a lance and that produce blossoms with coral red to scarlet flowers. Picture, Volume 1, p. 742. Pomegranate juice makes a refreshing drink. 8. 2. A syrup called grenadine is produced from the seeds, and the blossoms are used in the preparation of an astringent medicine used as a remedy for dysentery. The Shulamite maiden's veiled temples were compared to a segment of pomegranate and her skin to a paradise of pomegranates. K4. 3, 13. 6. 7. By me.